The Fox and the Grapes is a 1941 Fox and Crow cartoon from Screen Gems. This one's directed by Frank Tashlin, written by Tashlin, with a voice cast including Mel Blanc and Harry Lang. And I didn't mind it. And it also taught me about the origin of sour grapes, as I never really thought of where that phrase came from. And apparently it is connected to the Aesop's fable, which is also called The Fox and the Grapes. And I had never heard of that. And I'm glad to have had that education. The fox has this delicious looking picnic, and he's sitting by the crow's tree eating the picnic, and the crow is reading a book that tells him foxes love grapes. So he decides to hang this bunch of grapes so high up the tree that the fox can't actually reach them, but the fox really, really wants the grapes. So throughout the course of the cartoon, he does loads of different things to try and get to these grapes. And I won't say what happens just now, but I will in a moment discuss the outcome and what I thought of it. It's certainly an interesting enough concept. It worked well enough. I really like the fox and crow as characters. The crow wasn't that interesting in this particular cartoon. There was nothing wrong with him, but for me, the best bits definitely came from the fox and his numerous attempts to try and get the grapes. I liked how the grapes were animated. They definitely looked very appealing. The whole picnic setting was very attractive. I do like the Fox and Crow cartoons that are set outdoors in nature, which most of them are, to be fair. I think it gives us a really pleasing colour palette, and I rather thought it was a pretty decent cartoon. It's maybe not the most in-depth. There are some Fox and Crow cartoons that are maybe a little bit more layered and we go on a bit more of a journey, whereas this one is pretty much just the same thing of the fox trying to get the grapes over and over again. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It still works really well as a concept, and although it's not a favourite Fox and Crow, I thought it was pretty decent. If you're a fan of Fox and Crow already but you haven't seen this, absolutely check it out. If you're new to Fox and Crow, then I'd say it's certainly as good a place to start as any. But as I said, it's not my personal favourite, so it wouldn't be the first one I'd recommend. But nevertheless, it's a good display of their personalities, the animation is really good, and the story works very well. So if you haven't seen it, and it sounds like it would appeal to you, then The Fox and the Grapes is definitely worth watching.